especially because you had made integrity such a key principle of your business philosophy. When you were called crooks, how did you react to that? And when you look today, because of course we had liberalization in 1991, which you both talk at that time and say, this finally the words is what we want to hear, businessmen. And now we are seeing in 2024 this whole focus on entrepreneurs, startup founders, creating jobs. So it's come full circle. How do you see that in your lifetime, that going from there to today? What would you see have been the big changes?
Well, as you know, liberalization brought us a few aids. One, it removed licensing in high tech. Otherwise, we had to go to Delhi 50 times, sit there for hours to get license to import a $50,000 computer. That's one.
How many hours did you used to spend in those corridors?
Oh, you would be made to wait about 2.5 hours before the officer even saw you, because that was the way they showed their power. Mm-hmm. The second thing that liberalization did was they brought in current account convertibility. Till then, till 1991, if I wanted to travel abroad, I had to go to Reserve Bank, make an application to Reserve Bank of India, go there 3-4 times, and maybe after 12 to 15 days, I would receive permission to travel 2 or 3 days abroad. But the government realized, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Sri Montek Singh Ahluwalia, and Sri Chidambaram, these are the 3 architects of the liberalization under the guidance of Sri Narasimha Rao. Without Narasimha Rao, I don't think it would have happened. We must all recognize it. Okay. They realized, Dr. Manmohan Singh realized that not having current account convertibility is not going to help India to increase its export and improve its balance of payments position. So they brought in current account convertibility. The third thing they did was, there was an officer called Controller of Capital Issues who sat in Delhi, who had no idea what stock markets were, and he was the one who was supposed to decide at what price you would go, you would have your IPO. Dr. Manmohan Singh decided that this is silly, therefore he abolished that office, and he said individual entrepreneurs can appoint their own investment bankers and decide on the price at which you have your IPO. And then the most important thing they did was, see, George Fernandez, the then industry minister during Morarji Desai's 77 government, had decreed that all multinationals will be allowed to only 40%. A few multinationals like Levers, Bosch, they all complied with, but many of them left India. The 2 notable ones amongst them was IBM and Coca-Cola. Now coming to my context, IBM, Microsoft, all those major players in technology were not ready to come to India unless they owned 100%. So what Dr. Manmohan Singh did was to say that in the technology field, multinationals can own 100%. That was the best thing that happened to India, because that enhanced the competition for us, not for customers, because our customers were all abroad, but for employees, for talent.
Right.
Therefore, we learned a lot of good things from these multinationals on how to attract good talent, how to provide a high level of comfort for this talent, how to make them like our companies. So I think these were the major